Hello.
Evening.
Today we are going to start 2 minutes early. Just to give you a bit of overview of the situation, we have 3 interpretation rooms. There is the English and Korean, then we have Russian, and then we also have Persian. So you can just look at the interpretation rooms, and then if you're tuning into Persian, you can just press French and then you'll be able to hear the Persian translation. Professor Gill is not with us at the moment. He is attending a banquet with True Mother, so he will join the class later, whenever he comes into the class. And then for now, I'll speak in English, but when Professor Gill comes in, I will switch to Korean. Okay, so to start, first we are going to offer 경배 to true parents. 네, 경배 드리도록 하겠습니다. 네, 하늘 부모님과 전지인창 부모님께 경배 바로. Yes, today I will give the opening prayer. Let's join me in prayer, please. Thank you so much, our most beloved Heavenly Parents and true parents. Thank you for this Chombo Leader School that not just the students, but blessed families from around the world who we've invited have been able to join with us. There's so many people here today from different continents, different regions, and we're all gathered here to learn from Professor Gill. We want to pray that through these words, we'll be able to practice them in our lives. Professor Gill is away at the moment attending an important banquet with his True Mother. We pray that he'll join us soon. We pray that your words and these words would be nutrients to us. Thank you so much once again for this opportunity, for we pray and report this in our names. Thank you. So now we are going to take attendance. As you all know, we have one more class after this. So the attendance is really important because our coordinators do need to check all the chat information and then see who's been attending consistently from the beginning. So please make sure to leave your name, your country, and also your contact details if possible, your email or your phone number in the chat room. Please make it visible. If you're attending by yourself, then you can do so. If you're attending as a couple, please put down your couple's name, just to make it easier for the coordinators. Right, so while you do that, I will basically just introduce important people, those who are important to the class today. So as I mentioned, Professor Gill is not here at the moment, but he will be joining us soon.
Пожалуйста, оставьте ваши координаты, ваши имя.
I want us to show appreciation to our coordinators who have actually worked really, really hard during this course. I'll just say their names. So we have from Canada, Mr. Katsumi Kambashi, and from Africa we have Mr. Chisha, and then from Asia we have Crystal. From Europe we have Mrs. Ole Torresen and her husband, Mr. Ole Torresen and his wife, Mrs. Jane Torresen. We have, who am I forgetting? We have also Mr. Alexander Savelyev, who is handling Eastern Europe. And so I just want to thank everyone, and can we please give them a round of applause? They've worked so hard during this course. Thank you so much. And we have our interpreters for today. So there's 3 interpreters. The first is English, and that is Mrs. Christina Lee Kambashi. Can we please give her a round of applause? Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Moon Myung-ho, who is doing the Persian translation. Please give him a round of applause, everyone. Thank you. And then lastly, we have Mrs. Yelena. She's doing the Russian translation. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you. And then finally, as you all know, my name is Ami Smartangama, and I am the overall coordinator for Chombo Leader School. Hello. Thank you. Right. So just to give you a brief details of what's going to happen today, I think I already explained. We're going to watch a video of today's core topic, which Professor Gill has he made beforehand. And then after that, we are going to then listen to the presentations. This time, two people from Asia have prepared something to share with us. So we'll listen to their presentations. And then once Professor Gill joins us, then we'll listen to some feedback and then have some Q&A. So yeah, without further ado, I would just like to, let's have a round of applause as we watch Professor Gill's video on the core topic today. Thank you. 네, 영상을 같이 시청하도록 하겠습니다.
Today, I would like to tell you today's class is very important. So far, I have been sharing with you about the do well in coaching. Today, I would like to share one of the most important contents of coaching well, and it is balance coaching. A life that is out of balance becomes a very unstable and unhappy life. Like in our life, if the balance in any organization is broken, the after effect will last long and so does not pain. Thus, the balance is very important in our life and work. Trudeau spoke about the importance of balance. The central point can be permanently settled by the movement of the returning force against the giving force in the reciprocal relationship. Because God is at the center of true love, the entire universe is operating in balance. Chanson states, what is illness? When one of our organs is out of balance and damaged, if we don't quickly correct it, the universe will refill us saying, you have not met the standard of the principle of coexistence. Because of that refilling force, we feel pain. Why do we feel sad? It's the same. If I am a peaceful state, with mind and body united, harmonized with the environment and moving forward toward something great, the universe will protect me. That's why balance is so important. If your life is difficult and hard, it is because the balance is off. Or let's take an example. Breathing balance is really important in human life. There must be a proper balance of inhalation and exhalation. Eating and exerting food must also be balanced. If this balance is broken, the suffering of living beings will become severe and may even cause death. Balance is achieved by give and take action. The same is true in the home or church organization. So if we live or work out of balance, bad things will surely happen and we will face great difficulty. This is why balance coaching is so important in do well coaching. Everyone look at this picture. It's a wagon wheel. This wheel is round so it rolls very well. That's because the 8 pillars supporting the wheel are firmly balanced. Let's get started. Let's draw a circle on a sheet of A4 paper and insert 8 fillers inside the circle. Coaches will identify 8 filler names for this circle by asking client questions. The theme of today's balance coaching is what should I do to have a happy marriage? What should I do to have a happy marriage? Let's start with this question. Do you all want to have a happy marriage? Today's coaching topic is balance coaching for a happy marriage. Now, balance coaching for a happy marriage begins. One paper make a beautiful round circle and also 8 fillers spot for questions. The coach will find 8 quality traits to put between these fillers within this circle through asking questions. Think of 8 qualities you need in order to become a beautiful couple. The coach will draw out these 8 traits from client and then have them rate their own score for each trait. Balance coaching coaches naturally within the well-being of squares. I asked the team what are the 8 most important things to do to become a happy, blessed couple. They came up with the following 8 answers. Okay, first, in order to have happy marriage, there must be love. Second, there should be physical contact between the couple. Third, they both must be healthy. Fourth, there should be a lot of conversation time each day between the couple. Fifth, there must be money. Sixth, they must be able to live a life of faith together. 7. They should travel together. And lastly, 80. They should have varied interest to keep learning, growing, and expressing interest in each other. To be a happy couple, you need these 8 traits. Now, with these 8 answers as the criteria, the coach asked the client to rate their marriage. The center of the circle scored 0, and the outside end line of circle scores 10. Now, that there are 8 traits, the coach gives a score for each trait. What is the more score? What is the low score between an average couple? First, let's look at this picture to understand how to tally up the scores. Love is worth 5 points. Physical touch is worth 3 points. Health is 8 points. Talking time between husband and wife is 3 points. Money is 6 points. The couple's life of faith is 4 points. Travel as a couple doesn't often take place, so it's 1 point. Also, there is not much content between the couple when they express their interest in each other. So 1 point. That's why I think a couple's love score is about 5 points. Now, let's look at what the figure looks like once the points are connected. In order for there is to be balance, the 8 point should be smooth and aligned, but when we connect the point in the example just mentioned, it looks bumpy. That is, it is out of balance. This wheel won't roll well. At some critical point, it stopped rolling. It becomes very difficult to get to the next level. The coach asked the client, "What do you think of this picture? What do you think of this picture?" The client responds, "Our family does not have much physical contact. Our family does not have much time to talk. And our life of faith together as couple is weak." The client will respond to the picture saying that there is not much expression of interest between the couple, and they will feel and know for themselves that the 8 balance pillars necessary for happy marriage are broken. The coach continues to look at the picture and ask it question. Okay, your physical contact is now 3 point, but what should we do to get the 5 point? To this question, the client answers, "I will hug my spouse tightly once in the morning when I leave for work and once when I return from my work." The coach says, "Then you get 4 points." And ask again, okay, then what would you like to do to get the score of 5? What else would you do besides hugging your spouse? Now the client think about more answers. With these new answers, the score can go up to 5 points when the balance isn't proper. The coach asked questions to draw out answers from the client to create a balance. This is balance coaching. Look at the picture and ask again. Now, what more do we need to do in order to become a beautiful couple? The client answered, "There is little talk time. We should have more conversation." The coach says, "Oh, I see. How much time do you spend talking on a daily basis?" The client answers, "Less than 5 or 10 minutes." The coach asked again, "All right. That's what should you do to create more conversation time?" The client answers, "If we want to create more conversation time, we can have more interesting conversations by doing things like reading book, biography, look at the news, join hobby or interest group, volunteering, developing skills, etc. These things will increase conversation time." The coach paralyzes him. "Oh, that's great. So, of course, you will have more time to take, right? All right? Oh, that's a great idea. You sure can do that." This is how you coach. For this method, It requires only a sheet of paper and a pencil. You can draw a circle and go to your neighbor's house or do it in your home and at your church. Wouldn't it be great if these stories could be shared in a cave with the good smell of coffee? Now let's get into the essence of the Heavenly Parents Holy Community. When it comes to the core of our mission, the theme of how to make 43 families and substantial members will become the essence. For this, I will first share some questions put to our members and their answers. To make 8 fellows in a circle in order to have substantial 43 families. I asked questions about 8 characteristics, and these answers came out of it. Firstly, client mentioned the people whom they could witness to. In order to complete the 43 families, first of all, there must be many contacts to witness to. Secondly, they explained that they had to educate them, but the content of the education was too difficult. They said they wanted to make education easier and more fun. Thirdly, they said it was too difficult to start the 43 families by themselves. And so they hoped that some kind of Trinity groups could be formed to work together with them. Fourthly, it's hard to find time, but they think it's necessary to set aside more time in order to be active. Fifthly, sincerity is required. Sixthly, after their activities, they thought it would be good to hold a home group reporting meeting with their Trinity. Seventhly, they impressed that the pastor's active support in giving praise and encouragement is needed. And finally, the last 8 answer came that it would be good to study the case of successful people respectively. Regarding myself, I drew the feel of the 8 pillars for real-life balance coaching for the sake of educating the substantial 43 families, and I summarized and I prepared the scores for the 8 answers. It came out 7.5 point for making a target. Each education got 3 points in order to develop witnessing capacity. In fact, you just do active and work hard, but good result can't always be guaranteed. I wish there was something like a competence or ability skill set. It would be nice to educate clients on these things, but without them, the score is only 2 points. When they work hard, they get tired and go home to sleep or do their own work. And afterward, they don't do any kind of report. So they can probably evaluate what to do next. It ended up that 3 were Hadley and the home group report on 20 activities. This is only worth 2 points. There has been little study of the model. Now let's look at the picture. It's very squishy, and not smooth or round. But look, there is a very high desire for the creation of witnessing contents. Okay, let's try detailed coaching. Look at the picture. The client got only 3 points for easy education and only 2 points for witnessing management competence. Activity to get together for the report meeting was only 3 points and report meeting only 3 points and the model research was only 3 points. However, meeting many questions scored the highest with 7 points. So, what to do in this case? It is not good when one reads in high. It has to be balanced. The client were able to witness to many people. Now I would like to talk that ability and talk about strengthening witnessing capabilities. What would you like to do to strengthen your witnessing capacity? I asked you a question. So don't you need 3 more points to change the lowest 2 points to 5 points? So in order to improving witnessing management competence, we come to the conclusion that we will pursue small group studies and receive education from pastors or receive joint education within within professional group. And in practical sense, we will hold meetings for the sake of developing competence right away within training. This is how we will try to make the competence level go up from 2 to 5 points. And as I said before, you should be less focused on the 7-point scored. 7-point score a bit. There are easy education part in many different lectures and videos, but still it's not easy to reach a new pupil right away. So what if you could make something more accessible and more fun? This is why we invite experts and ask them to speak about 5 or 7 minutes. So in order to achieve 43 families, well, if there are a lot of 3 points on average, and if you make up to 5 points, your activity will be balanced. For this sake, we need to study what we should do and how. Okay, balance coaching for making the substantial 43 families. Success in realizing the 43 families is the dream of blessed families. To achieve this in balanced way, we need to study a success model, provide easy education, improve our witnessing, management competence, and hold on activity report after doing activity. And we will lead to Upper Johnson prayer devotion a lot. No matter how activities, no matter how, no matter how busy we are, we need to always make time for activity we set. The pastor gives place and encouragement to the members from time to time. If you continue coaching to make these things happen in a balanced way, we will become a happy Chambo family. Therefore, there is a need to create such a beautiful, steady, and well-balanced wheel for this, a coach will have any give and take leadership is essential. If we live like this, we will not have to worry about making the 43 family. There is no problem in creating a beautiful family. This is an opportunity for the success of Chamber Family Church. We need to create a healthy home group and Chamber Leaders Group and enable the coaches with harmony, give and take leadership to help us complete our 5% responsibility. As this happens, Harmony Parents will help you succeed with his 95%. That means you can do well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause again for that video? So yeah, Professor Gill did join the class and while we were watching the video, so I'm going to switch back to Korean. And yeah, 통역 부탁드립니다. 네, 원장님 들어오셨습니까? 안녕하세요. Everyone, please give a round of applause for Professor Gill. He's joined the class.
Hello, everyone. It's nice meeting you all.
뮤트 되시면 교수님.
I just came back from a meeting from banquet with True Mother.
네, 그래서 일단은 발표하는 걸 듣고 함께 이야기를 하기로 하겠습니다. 먼저 발표 먼저 해주시기 바랍니다.
So let's listen to the presenters first, and then I'll talk after.
네, 알겠습니다. 그러면 발표 시간에 바로 들어갈 건데요. 오늘의 첫 번째 발표자가 Mr. Albert Lee, 센터 리더신데 큰 박수로 모시겠습니다.
Let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Albert Lee for the first presentation.
Yes, thank you very much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, please allow me to share my screen. Okay. So, good evening, Professor Gill and MC Sister Amy, all the leaders and brothers and sisters. And it's my honor today to share to you my presentation for this balanced coaching. So I want to introduce myself. My name is Albert Lee. I'm from Malaysia. So currently I'm holding a position of a church leader in the southern of Malaysia, in Johor Bahru. And I received my HTM Victor's Award in 10 October 2020. And thank you for Heavenly Parents. I would like to share my experience and how do I accomplish my HTM. So started from 2019. We organize many kind of this Blessing Family Festival in my region, southern region of Malaysia. So we started from the March, continuously almost like one event for a month. So event after the event, festival after the festival. So because we are kind of determined to fulfill our HTM before the year 2020 to offer something to our beloved True Mother. That's why there are many blessing events are going on. So in Malaysia, we came from a lot of multi-races, multi-religions country. And the mainly that we focus is in the Chinese community and also the Indian community. So many of my tribe actually also come from them, from Indian and also the Chinese. So actually many events we organize, we cooperate with the school and also some NGOs and some NGO communities. So this is the end of the event. one of the significant blessing event in Malaysia. We call it the Loving Couple Festival. So we're having 100 couples join this event together. And this is consists of the Malay, Indian, and Chinese. And this is our event. The special thing is because we are cooperate together with the government sector, we could able to get some special sponsor and funding from the government. Actually, we applied the funding from the Deputy Prime Minister. Finally, we got it. And they actually offered to us around 15,000 US dollar. So that finally, we are very happy. And so that we could able to organize such a grand event inside the 5-star hotel. So many of them attend together, including some leaders of the society and also some leaders of the NGOs. So consists of 3 races and join this event together. So in the spot, also we're having some reporter to come and also to do some interview. And also finally, we came up from this newspaper, the front page cover. They also try to publish our blessing event. Okay, and also I really thank you for the newspaper company. They actually written a very beautiful and very wonderful articles regarding our blessing event. So as you can see, all of my blessing we organized in my own region, in the southern region of Malaysia. So finally, we fulfilled to accomplish my HTM in my own area in Johor Bahru. So after finish the event, we continue to do this follow-up and also education. So we do some visiting and also some relationships building. So because we have so many races in Malaysia, different races, they have a different kind of celebration. So some festival of them. So we try to visit for each festival and also to visit their houses and also give them some greeting. Of course, we're also giving some education for those couple who are join our blessing. Afterward, we give them the education about the 40-day separation and also the 3-day ceremony. So many of them receive well, or some of them even accomplish the 3-day ceremony. So some of the couple, my own tribes, also I invite them to join me together as a committee in the UPF project. So actually many of them, they are come from my tribes. So we are as a partner, they also part of my tribe, receive the blessing and also receive the education. And now I'm working together with them to do engage some UPF project in my own region. So this is my tribe memberships. I have regular members of only 2. I'm still working for it to increase more regular memberships. The associate, we have 5. Register, I have 138. Supporter, I have 286. So total altogether is 431. And this is the balance coaching for me, myself, to accomplish the 43 couples. Of course, I already accomplished my 430 couple blessing. So now the leftover job for me is to have to accomplish the 43 couples. So in the beginning, I also feel quite of difficulties. How can I accomplish them? By giving them the full education. But really thankful to Professor Gill because I introduced us about this balance coaching. So I try to really draw this circle and try to analyze my own situation. So through that, I also write down my own balance coaching for the 8 sectors. So I found that this is the thing that I need to be invested. I need to invest myself in order to accomplish my 43 couples. So yeah, this is my score. Actually, it's not high. The most high is only 6. And most of them are like Song cohesion only 5. Witnessing strategic is 4. And financially is 4. And teamwork, investment, and relationships is the 5. And research model are 5 as well. Education is 6. So finally, I come up with this balance coaching. I realized that so many things of me are really lacking for myself. But because of this balance coaching, I come to realize that what the things that I need to be tackled and what the things that I need to be increasing myself, my own knowledge, my skill in order to accomplish my goal of 43 couples. So that's why I'm finally I can realize now what is my weakness and also my my shortcoming. So finally, I want to share my action plan in order to tackle this problem. I feel that I need to offer much more Chongsong condition to have much more lay down much more spiritual condition. Because actually after the pandemic, I feel a little bit slowing down myself to finding these couples. So I need to really offer much more condition to build up that kind of spiritual capacity. And secondly, I think I need to have much more brainstorming meeting with my spouse, because I realized that the best partner on myself is my spouse, because we are the one to accomplish the HTM together. So I need to have much more that kind of meeting time with my spouse, and as well together with my team member as well for my blessed family. And the third, I want to strengthen my relationships with my tribe member through communicating and also visiting once again. So last time, actually 2 years because of the pandemic, we only can meet online. But now, we thanks God, everything come to the end. Now it's the era of endemic, so I could be able to meet, hold the physical meeting with them once again. That's why I need to really schedule down my time to have much more visiting schedule with my tribes member. And finally, I want to really study also more the best practice from others model couple as well. So this is the thing that I need to determine myself, also to make a new resolution for this year. Hopefully, within this year or next year, I can collaborate to accomplish my 43 couples and offer this result to heavenly parents and true parents. So that's it for my presentation for today. Thank you for listening. 감사합니다.
정말 감사합니다.
수고하셨습니다. 수고하셨습니다.
Thank you so much. Thank you for.
예,
Thank you, Professor Gil.
예, 지금 발표한 것에 대해서 질문을 좀 해도 되겠습니까?
Could I ask you a question about your presentation?
Yes, Professor Gil, yes.
예, 다른 어느 곳에서 보는 것보다도 상당히 밸런스 있는 그림이 보여집니다.
Your chart, your balance wheel seems to be pretty well balanced compared to any other balanced wheel that I have seen so far.
Yes, thank you.
예, 이 밸런스 그림을 보면서 본인이 그림을 그렸을 때 첫 번째 느꼈던 그 생각은 어떤 것이었는지 궁금합니다.
I'm kind of curious to know what was your first feeling or thoughts or reaction when you saw the balance wheel for the first time?
Well, when I first seeing my own balance wheel, I come to realize that there are still many lacking points for myself, which I never realized. In the beginning, after the accomplish my 430 blessing couples, so I really want to do something in order to, to get my 43 couples. But I try some way, but doesn't work so well. I think because of I didn't really plan well. I just only try to run forward and forward. But because of this after this coaching balance sheet, and I really draw down myself. Only I come to realize that yes, I need to really I come to not realize that my own shortcoming. I want to really improve myself, study more about myself, my situation more and more.
예, 그렇군요. 제가 그 그림을 보니까 평균 5점으로 이렇게 밸런스가 되어 있는 것 같습니다. 그렇습니까?
As I saw your balance wheel, it's about average around 5. Score is around 5. Is that right?
Yes, around 5.
예, 그런데 그 교육적인 그 재료라든가 그것도 6이 되어 있습니다.
But your education part, education material and things, you gave score 6.
Yes.
예, 그래서 제일 높은 게 6점인데 다른 건 다 5점 정도고.
So the rest is around score the rest of the pillars that you have is around 5 that you gave scores, but you
Yes.
gave 6 points for the education.
그런데
Yes.
지금 발표하면서 정성 부분을 더 많이 해야겠다고 했다면 그 정성 부분이 몇 점 정도를 원하고 있는 것입니까?
And so you gave your presentation, you mentioned that you want to make more prayer devotion. And what's your goal be then? How much you want to improve if you say in points?
Yeah, well, of course, I know this is a very important part. I think I need to spend more time on it because I think I always giving my own many excuses. I want to leading my church. I want to take care of my own church member, educate my own full-time member. But actually, I still could able to reinvest more time on it. That's why I need to. I think I need to how to say invest more time, and also to find time for me to have much more my personal time with heavenly parents. That's why I think that offer the Chongsong condition is very important. So that through Chongsong condition, I could able to receive some spiritual inspiration through that. So I want to really spend more time on it.
그걸 수치로 말하자면 몇 점 정도의 정성을 들이고 싶습니까?
So if you say it in numbers, right? You gave 5 for your Chongsong. What would be your next goal to achieve?
I think doesn't want to give such so high. I think maybe 7. At least I grow a little bit, time by time.
자, 그러면 정성이 7점이라면 다른 점수들은 4.5점에 머무르고 있습니다. 그렇죠?
Okay, if you're setting your goal for Chongsong prayer condition as 7, how about other areas that you have pillars? Would they stay like 4 or 5 points?
Yeah.
여기서 어떤 게 없습니까? 여기에 대해서 생각나는 점이 없습니까? 그 말과의 현실과의 관계에서?
Okay, so do you have any other thoughts on how to make it more balanced? If you are focusing on Chongsong, then your balance will not be round, right? So do you have any thoughts for other areas that you can develop?
Yes. Still try to figure it out. I just try to be honest to myself. So if I want to really invest in these 43 couples, I think I need to spend more time. So that's why I think I need to once again to reschedule myself. Of course, I know the wheel need to be rounded is much more possible, but because there are too many area for me, so I think I need to really spend some time on that and maybe get some save some consult, okay, from Professor Gill and also my center figure. How can I spend more time on each area to make it balanced? So far, I what I can do is only like Chongsong first. The other area, I think I still try to figure out how much I need to invest on it. Yes.
그러면은 그 다시 밸런스 있게 하려면은 정성을 지금 삼고 원을 만들어서 정성을 잘 들이게 하기 위해서 8개 기둥이 뭔가를 생각하시면 되겠네요.
Then you can think of it this way: to make a balanced wheel. If your goal is 7 for Chongsong, then you can think of other areas and make a kind of standard, or what you can improve. You can think of it that way.
Yes.
8기둥을 만들어서 정성의 숫자를 높일 수 있는, 어떻게 하면 정성의 숫자를 높일 수 있겠는가 하는 8기둥을 만들어서 밸런스 코칭의 그림을 그리는 것이 더 낫지 않겠는가, 이 뜻이에요.
설명이 제대로 되는지 모르겠네요. So what I'm trying to say is, if you make 8 pillars and 8 areas, then you can actually help support your putting your effort for Chongsong. then it will become more balanced will, is how I think or how I feel.
Yes, yes. I try my
정성이 제일
best.
중요하다고 하니까.
Because you emphasize Cheongsong is the most important thing right now.
Yes, yes.
예, 그래서 서로 상의해서 정성을 제일 중심으로 하면은 정성을 지금 삼고 8개 기둥을 만들어서 최고의 정성의 밸런스를 만드시는 것이고, 또 43과정 문제가 또 주제가 된다면은 여기 있는 기둥에 대한 얘기를 별로 얘기하지 않았거든요, 지금. 정성에 대해서만 얘기했으니까 왜 그럴 수밖에 없었는가를 또 함께 논의해 보실 필요가 있다고 봐요.
죄송합니다, 원장님. 그럼 지금 정성을 중심으로 저기 그 밸런스 윌을 8개의 기준을 만들어서 하라고 하시는 말씀이신 거죠?
그렇지, 지금 정성이 제일 중요하다고 하고 다른 건 얘기 별로 안 하시잖아.
아, 네, 알겠습니다.
그러니까 포인트가 지금 그렇게 들어가 있는 것 같아요.
Okay, I'm just trying to explain because you said it sounds like your focus is more on Cheongsong. So what I've tried to explain was maybe you can, centering on Cheongsong, you can make 8 pillars of will, balanced will. Then you can focus on Cheongsong, how to improve. But if you want to focus on 43 families, then you need to think about 8 pillars centering on the 43 families.
그래서 지금 얘기를 들어보니까 시간이 많이 필요하다고 그랬었는데 시간이 들어가겠군요. 8기둥 중에 하나가.
You've mentioned about a lack of time, so you can put it as a time, as one of the 8 pillars for your Cheongsong. Right?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea.
그다음 필요한 게 뭐예요?
So what would be the next that you need besides time?
Yeah, I think that's what I want because I think my time management is very bad. So I feel that no time for myself. That's a good idea.
예, 또 하나가 있다면 어떤 거겠어요?
So what would be the next after, if you find time to make Cheongsong, what would be the next one if you think of a balanced will with 8 pillars for Cheongsong? What would you do if you find time? And then next one.
Yeah, I think after this Cheongsong condition, I think I need to hold much more the kind of meeting to discuss. Yeah, especially regarding my witnessing strategic. Yeah, I think I didn't do much meeting after accomplish my 430 blessing, but I think I lack of this meeting time. I need to. I think in order to accomplish HDM or 43 couples, I think we cannot do it by my own selves. I really need a team. So I need to. I think after this Cheongsong, I need to hold much more meeting with my spouse and also with my team member to discuss more about this regard this matter. Yeah.
오케이. 지금 얘기를 정리해 보면 시간, 팀, 토론 맞습니까?
So far you've talked about time, your team, and discussion. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
예, 정성을 위해서 더 필요한 게 있다면 어떤 게 또 있겠어요?
So to offer Cheongsong more devotions, what else can you think of besides these 3?
Yeah. After beside these 3, I think I need to. I think need to kick off once again to really visit back all this family. Yeah, because some of them are really long time never met and never communicated. I think I need to start to maybe a phone call, and try to make some time to visit to them. This is what the next step I need to do.
지금 나한테 이렇게 답을 하면서 느끼는 점이 있다면 어떤 걸 느끼고 있어요, 지금?
As you're answering to my questions, what's your reflection
My reflection is, yeah, I think I start to some kind of spiritual opening a little bit because yeah, I think I'm happy today because I really want to receive some guidance on it. But most of the time, I only do it myself. As a as a church leader, I always like feeling alone. I try to always how to say, member consult to me. I always settle down members' problems, helping others members. But I think not much people can help me, or not much people I can find help too. I really thank you for today. I think after Professor Gill giving this guidance, this 4 point, I think I start to realize something. So I think I will try to quickly kick off, okay, for my this 43 accomplishment. Yes.
고맙습니다. 어쨌든 바로 이렇게 하는 것이 신수수 리더십의 코칭입니다.
Thank you very much. As just what I've done is heavily give and take leadership coaching.
여태까지
Yes.
리더가 혼자 생각하고 고민했기 때문에 그 깊이를 더 들어갈 수가 없었지만은 지금 아까 얘기한 것처럼 함께 만나서 팀을 만들고 함께 토론하고 함께 시간을 만들고 함께 정성을 들이고 이렇게 하다 보면 상당히 큰 발전이 있을 겁니다.
So far, most of the leaders have done their work by themselves, but if you find, time and team together and discuss with them and make offering 정성 together with them in depth, then I believe there will be a great development and success.
조바르 교회가 참 잘하고 있지만 그래도 쿠알라룸푸르의 그 홈그룹을 잘 관찰하면서 하면 더욱더 잘할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
I'm sure the church, Jobar Church, is doing very well.
Yeah.
But if you look at more closely, the home group in Kuala Lumpur, I'm sure you can learn a lot more too.
Yes, I really admire to them, the Lost Home Group in Kuala Lumpur. I also try to learning something from them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Gill.
Thank you.
Yes, 감사합니다.
고맙습니다. 예. 그럼 요다음에 또 발표 또 듣고 얘기를 합시다.
알겠습니다.
Okay, go ahead, Annie.
Sorry. 네, 다음 발표자가 네팔의 람림부님인데요. 그러면 큰 박수로 모시겠습니다.
Let's give a big round of applause to our next presenter from Nepal.
Thank you so much. Greetings and namaste, everyone. Especially good evening, dear heavenly parents, beloved parents, respected and our dearest leader, Professor Gill. Long time no see. We are very much happy to see everyone. Myself, Mr. Ram Limbu, and my queen as a wife, Sita Limbu. We are together here because of heavenly parents and two parents, the blessing. We are the Sango family. We received 2 times as a two parents award, 2012 and 2016 in Chongpyeong, in Korea. We have 2 kids, 1 son and 1 daughter. And especially today, I don't have the PP, the presentation, sorry for that. Just I have the oral report to you. As you know, Nepal country, some issues, my technical issues, I cannot share my presentations today. If I get chance again, I promise that no matter what, I will present my activities by PPT report. Actually, sorry for that. Especially now we are moving continuously with absolute faith, love, and obedience with our STM family and members. We are very much happy and proud of the heavenly parents and true parents as our leaders. Even though how much they were facing struggle and obstacles, but still we are moving continuously still now. So we are very much happy. Now actually we have 12 regular members who really attend the Sunday service, offer donation, and 100% accept to parents, traditions, and ideology. Today, the Saturday. Especially in Nepal, we celebrate Saturday service each week, like Sunday service. Today also visit our member, and we have together Saturday service fellowship today with Trinity member, and we have the tree to the rice planting program also, but I could not attend with my family. And also we are regular the teaching and caring our families, especially centering on 43 families. We are moving forward. So today a lecture do well, which is I like. It's very practical. Do well. According to Professor Gill, do well means balance coaching. Of course, balance coaching that we need for the multiply our families and multiply STM activities. That's a balance coaching is really important, and I agree with Professor Gill. Balance teaching means happy marriage life. Yes, I'm here as a husband because of my wife. So our goal, happy marriage. Yes, further fulfill the heavenly parents and true parents' dream. So happy marriage is necessary for the happy family. Is every time we're moving forward is every time for the happy and satisfactions. But I am doing is everything for my family, my tribe, my nation, and heavenly parents and true parents. That's why balance coaching is really important in our life. If out of balance we live, one day definitely we have to face the difficulties. Yeah, this is actually the role of love. That's why balance coaching for heavenly and happy marriage life, to be a happy family. So especially according to our professional lecture presentations, we should follow 8 points for the balance coaching as a happy marriage life. First, we should love each other. Next, the physical contact with husband and wife. Number 3, health. Of course, health is important. Number 4, conversations. Number 5, money. I feel that after the COVID-19, Money is really important. Yes, that's why I started New Hope Agriculture Farm. Further, the make money and support to mother and support STM activities. So number 6, life of faith. Life of faith is so important for the move forward continuously. And travel, husband and wife travel together. Even the Blessed Family House, even STM area is everywhere travel together and express interest. We should follow this 8 point for the happy family. So I got this point. Thank you so much, dear Professor Gill, for these wonderful your presentations. And also balance coaching. I want to substantiate the 43 families. This is the mainstream now, centered on 2 other directions. As a son of family, of course, we have 430 couple, but now the time to restore, first of all, 43 families. That's why it's really very much clear our Professor Gill presentations. Now, I am also thinking how to restore and how to multiply 43 families. Yes, it is now main mission and dream to multiply. Now, of course, we have 3 families, Sun Trinity Home Group. We are together forever, but not enough. I will together like that 43 families. Not enough. We will together 430 families. It's not enough. In here mission area, 1/3 population is families. We will restore. We will educate 2 parents teaching. But now we are already started our family for myself, my family and my Trinity. It's really happy news because we are already Chandu family and our Trinity members, Mr. Pushkar Thapa and Lasmaraki also becoming the Chandu family this year. They already fulfilled the vertical, the 430 and the liberation and blessing. Now we are preparing for the horizontal 430 STM blessing. So thank you so much. It's really important. So coaching balance here, multiple witnessing contacts the easy education through the educations. This way we are visiting each and every family and member with sincere devotions. And when we visit our families, we bring love and we bring some education material. We bring some vegetables and we bring some other things with educations. When we meet our families and second generations, they are very much happy and proud of you. When we see this environment, we are also very, very much happy and proud to heavenly parents and our beloved to parents, especially here activities Trinity making time. Even though now after COVID-19, many facing struggle. Actually, my daily routine, I should wake up 3 a.m. I should wake up and go market for sale some vegetable. I should come back soon and then I need to attend Hunduke Peace Night morning devotion. When finished, and I should go the college to the lecture. After college, I should go the agriculture farm and some blessed families. But I'm maintaining some time and we are moving family to family education with sincere devotion and prayer. Our Professor Gill also mentioned in prayer and devotions. It's key point for the STM activities. Devotion and prayer is key point. For when I realized that point. So, and then especially the other point, the easy educations. That's why the education factor, especially Chongsangyong, the translated Nepali language, and I distribute each and every family. When I visit the family and we read together, we pray together, and we eat together, which we are doing now. And especially our Professor Gill mentioned here, easy education 3 point, witnessing management the 2 point, activity 20 home group report 3 point, research model 3 point, finding multiple witnessing contact 7 point, and other point and 3 point. So what shall I do? So especially is question for me also. But I'm very much clear.
안 해도 괜찮아요.
I born for these STEM activities. That's why we are doing STEM activities. Youth, family, but one goal for the fulfill the 430 couples to heavily travel Messiah. Now I have planned especially my plan, the coming plan, my STM tribe and Trinity families, first plan, members, 2 members, make Chando family. And then multiple 43 families. And then multiple 430 families. And then 1/3 families in my mission area. And also, May 5, 2013, we will go Chongpong for the pilgrimage to Mother with our tribe. And finally, our Asia Pacific One President Damon Dunkley coming soon in Nepal, and he promised that he wants to visit our STM area. That's why we already started the Jongsong prayer to offer conditions to make very easy and spiritual and fruitful to the visit our the Asia President. And we have planned, we will planting to the original holy ground, holy tree, and we will make the start building to the Heavenly Parents Holy Community, because we already have land. That's why we will start the building to Heavenly Parents Holy Temple, and then we will bring there many people, family, and give blessing, lecture, as well as Hamming session also. So thank you for listening very well. So Mr. Albert Lee also very nice report. Mr. Albert Lee, my classmate in Philippines 120 days seminar. So nice to meet you, Mr. Albert. You are a very great leader. Thank you and namaste.
네, 고맙습니다. 잘 들었습니다.
Thank you very much for your presentation.
네, 아주 강렬한 응변을 잘 들었습니다.
Your wonderful speech. Thank you so much for it.
지금은 예배 시간은 아닙니다만은
It's not a Sunday service time right now.
네, 오늘 이 시간은 밸런스가 얼마나 중요한 하는 것을 우리가 깊게 깨달는 시간이 되었으면 좋겠어요.
I really hope that you can understand balance in life. It's very important.
우리 림부 정매님의 열정은 내가 볼 때는 점수로 따지면 10점입니다.
I can tell you your enthusiasm, Mr. Limbu, as a Heavenly Tribal Messiah. I can give you a 10 out of 10 points.
다들 그렇게 생각하시죠?
Don't you agree, everyone?
예. 그럼 그 10점에 해당하는 또 다른 7개는 무엇인가? 이걸 생각해 봐야겠죠.
Then we need to think about what other pillars that you can have to reach up to 10 points, that you need 7 other pillars to make a balanced will.
지금 제가 제시했던 아름다운 부부가 되는 것과 40단 과정을 실생활로 하는 것은 한국의 케이스를 들어서 그렇게 만든 것이었습니다.
The examples that I gave, both for a beautiful, wonderful couple like happy marriage, and also actualization of 43 families, is based on the contents in Korean that I have shared with.
그러나 각 나라들은 문화와 배경이 다 다르기 때문에 이것이 다르게 나올 수가 있어요. 8개 기둥이.
But of course, each and every country has different cultural backgrounds. So these 8 pillars could be different.
우리가 생각해 볼 때 열심히 전도하면 다 되는 것으로 알아야 되는데 열심히 전도하지만 안 되는 것이 있을 때 이 밸런스가 없기 때문에 그렇다는 거예요.
So when the balance is off, when the balance is broken, even though you think you're really working very hard to witness, but it's not really working, like if there's no result, it's because the balance is not met.
여러분들은 가정의 리더들이고 다 조직의 리더들이니까 그걸 들이다 보면은 8개의 기둥이 탄탄하게 돼 있어야지 모든 일이 원하는 대로 되고 행복하고 뜻대로 된다. 바로 이거를 말해주는 거죠.
You are all leaders of your own family and leaders of organizations. Sorry. So if you look very closely, when you have very stable and strong 8 pillars, that makes your like a happy life, and also you're fulfilling in the God's will.
우리가 숨을 들이쉴 때 계속 들이쉬고 한번 해보시겠습니까, 여러분? 자, 제가 숨을 들이쉽시다 할 때는 내뱉지 마시고 그냥 들이쉬는 걸로 계속하세요. 스톱할 때까지. 자, 지금부터.
So let's give an example of inhalation and exhalation. I'm going to tell you just to inhale the air without exhaling. So let's do this practice.
네, 시작 그러면 숨을 들여만 마십시오. 스톱할
When I
때까지.
say start, don't exhale air, but you just breathe in without stopping, okay?
자, 스탑. 스톱. 어떻습니까?
What do you feel?
계속 숨을 들이마실 수가 있겠어요?
Could you, would you be able to continuously just breathe in?
우리가 이렇게 숨에서 느끼는 거는 당장 지금 느끼잖아요.
Of course, you can feel it right away, right? When there's no balance.
똑같다는 거예요. 우리가 조직에서 아픔이라든가 슬픔이라든가 힘들다라든가 이런 것들이 오면 밸런스가 깨졌다 하는 걸 우리가 느껴야 된다는 거예요.
So it's the same thing in our like organization or in our life. When you feel pain, when you feel sadness, when you feel difficulties, it's because the balance is not met in your life circle.
그래서 이 밸런스 코칭을 할 때 지금 각 나라로부터 굉장히 참으로 중요하다는 피드백을 많이 받았습니다. 지금.
So as I'm teaching this balance coaching from various countries, different countries, they emphasize this is so important.
아프리카의 어떤 리더는 이제 무엇을 어떻게 해야 될 줄 알았다. 이렇게 아주 깨우치는 소리도 제가 들었었죠.
And I also heard a report from one African leader saying, now I understand what to do or how to do. It's a new realization.
여러분들은 조직을 이끌어 나갈 때 목표가 있으면 그 목표에 대해서 어떻게 잘할까 혼자 생각하지 마시고 팀을 모아서 이렇게 8가지가 어떤 거냐 물어보고 그 8가지에 대한 점수를 만들고 그리고 표를 만들고 그리고 시정해 나가야 되는 아주 훌륭한 신수술의대가 되는 것입니다.
So when you lead an organization, you make a goal, right? And how to achieve that goal, you make a team and make 8 pillars. And you can ask questions and make scores, right? Give points on each of those 8 pillars and how to achieve it and how to correct if you need. And this will make you become wonderful, heavenly give and take leaders.
우리 저기 캐나다의 감바신 목사님 오늘 이 그 밸런스 코칭을 듣고 어떤 느낌과 피드백을 하고 싶으십니까?
Okay, Reverend Kambashi from Canada, after you listen to this balance coaching, what's your reflection and what would you like to do?
Yes, as Professor Gill said, yeah, balance is really important, and especially I felt each person has a strong point and weak point. So we need to be balanced in that sense too. If we are really good at in one point, we shouldn't be focused on there only. We need to be able to spend our energy on weak points so that we can be balanced in our activities, I think.
만약에 캐나다에서 4.3 실시화에 대한 고거를 만들려면은 8가지가 필요하다 그러면 그중에 이 캐나다 분들이 계시니까 어떤 것인지 한번 얘기해 볼 수 있겠습니까? 생각나는 대로.
Okay, for example, if because there are some Canadian members attending today's session, if I ask you to make a goal and 8 pillars to achieve 43 actualization, like families, can you think of anything?
캐나다 분들 나오셔서 이렇게 8가지를 한번 만들어 보시기 바랍니다. 어떤 것이 필요할까? 우선 견바신 목사님 우선 몇 개 얘기해 주시고.
그럼 캐나다 식구들 같이 참석하라고 하시는 거죠?
So
this is for not only for Reverend Kambashi, but any Canadian members can join in this discussion. But I'd like to ask first Reverend Kambashi to give a few examples or thoughts on these 8 pillars.
Yeah, first of all, I think, again, Cheongsong is the most necessary thing, I believe.
And not only Cheongsong, but a few more.
Yeah, actually, if we have that base, I believe other point can be naturally provided. So of course we need to be balanced again, but first and foremost I need to be focused on that part too. How, as a leader, how I can encourage members to offer Cheongsong actually is the most important and most difficult part for me.
오케이, 어쨌든 정성입니다, 그죠? 그다음에 여기 캐나다 토론토의 목사님 그
Ryan.
레버런 라이언 어떻게 생각하십니까? 8개 중에 정성을 얘기를 했는데 뭐가 또 필요하다고 생각하십니까, 캐나다에?
Out of 8 pillars, Reverend Kambashi mentioned the Cheongsong, and what else do you think is important for 43 families, actualization of 43 families?
Okay.
Reverend Ryan Abner. Can you
Yes, I'm listening. Sorry. Can you say it again, please? Question.
Okay, the question is, in Canada, if you want to achieve 43 families, actualizing 43 families can make a goal, and there could be 8 pillars to make a balance, right? The first one was spoken as Cheongsong. What could be other 8 pillars?
I think next one is love.
And 다음은
Yeah, I think
Love.
love. Yeah. And physical attachment, connection with the couples.
Physical.
Yeah, physical. Then conversations. I think personal conversation with the couples is very important.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Money also, at least investment money that you have
Money.
enough.
Okay, money.
Enough.
Yes. Money. Okay. Hi, Mitch Dixon. Reverend Dixon. 네, 한번 또 얘기해보세요. Dixon.
Hi, good morning.
Okay.
Yeah. The eight points you listed were a Johnson condition, witnessing strategic condition, financial teamwork, investment, relationship, a research model. I didn't know what you meant by that. And the last one was education material. To understand what these are, I know I have to build better relationships with people. That's something I need to do and invest more time to love them and persuade them to Father's words. And teamwork is hard because I'm out in the country and there's nobody to work with here, really. So I have to build new contacts that will work with me. And
지금 캐나다를 놓고 생각하세요. 본인 말고.
So I'm asking you to think of Canada as a whole. If we are making a goal for actualization of 43 families in Canada, if we want to come up with 8 pillars, not that I gave you examples before, but can you come up with what you can do or what you need to achieve 43 families?
I think we have to make meetings and build the relationships, the first step with Johnson.
relationship. 오케이, relationship. 자, 5개가 지금 나왔는데 3개만 더 얘기해 줬으면 좋겠는데 혹시 캐나다에서 들어오신 분 또 누구 계십니까?
So far we have 5 points, 5 pillars out of 8. Can any other Canadian members who are attending today share their opinions?
자, 그러면 들어와 계신 분이 나머지 3개를 더 채워주시기 바랍니다.
아무나 괜찮은 거죠?
예.
네. So anyone who are participating today's session, can you add 3 more points, 3 more pillars? 이유미 raised hand라고 저기 메시지 돼 있네요.
아, 그래요? 네, 나와주세요.
Can you please share?
I would say regular contact, regular communication with the 43 couples is important.
중요하죠. 지속적으로.
Yes, of
예,
course.
그리고
It's
또 하나
important.
또 있다면
One more.
Education. Simple education in your own language. Yeah.
I think you ask it husband, your husband.
Good education materials is important
Yes, thank you.
in the native language.
Yeah, 맞습니다.
Very good. Yes.
Very, very great idea. Yeah, 중요하죠. 이렇게 여러분들이 모여서 팀을 만들어서 8기둥을 만드는 동안에 많은 생각을 하게 됩니다.
As you create a team and discuss it together, right? Then it makes you think a lot of things, actually.
지금 리타가 손을 들었다는 것 같은데 무슨 할 얘기가 있으신지요? 리타?
Rita, did you raise?
Yes, I was thinking do something sport together. Sport.
Support.
Sports
Sport.
together.
Good. Oh, yeah.
Young,
좋습니다.
old, yes.
Very good idea. Yes. 이거 보세요. 이렇게 나오잖아요.
So you see,
여러분,
you can hear some ideas.
여러분 43가족 중에 스포츠 같은 거 생각해 본 적 있으세요?
Have you ever thought of having a sport game to achieve 43 families?
Myself?
이거 나온다고 이렇게.
The question is to me.
Hmm?
Well, I have not been so active on this topic yet because I have so many things to do. But yes, but I feel sport can really bring young people, parents together, and different types of sport, and you have give and take in so many ways. Yeah, everybody likes sport, and it's healthy also.
네, 고맙습니다.
Yes,
요즘 한국에서는 게이트볼이라고 그래가지고 나이신 분들이 게이트볼 이거 하고 게이트볼 지금 이제 그 팝골프를 요새 많이 하고 있어요 한국에서.
In Korea now, like a lot of seniors are playing gate ball, and pot golf is very popular also.
아유, 스포츠 아주 좋죠.
That's a great idea to have sports.
예. 이렇게 하면 식구들이 아까 이게 리타 씨도 자기는 적극적이 아니지만 지금 얘기를 꺼낸 것처럼 이렇게 인볼브가 된다는 거죠.
As when you discuss these things with the members, just like Rita shared, she's not so active right now, but she gets involved and she shares her opinion, right?
리더가 지시하거나 명령하거나 지금까지 그렇게 했는데 잘 안 됐잖아요.
Because so far, most of our activities done by, the leaders' initiation or orders, but it hasn't really worked out that well.
안 될 때는 이게 밸런스가 맞지 않다는 걸 빨리 깨달아라 이거예요. 밸런스가 안 됐구나. 무슨 밸런스가 안 되는가를 생각해 봐야죠.
So when things don't work out well, then you have to think the balance is not there, right? Balance itself. Then you need to realize what's the problem, why the balance is not well-rounded, right? So you have to find.
조금 아까 우리 딕슨 목사님이 본인은 그 팀 만들기는 어렵다 그랬어요. 사람들이 없기 때문에 이런 말 했지 않습니까?
Reverend Dixon mentioned that he himself, it's very difficult to form a team because there is nobody around him, right?
그래서 팀을 만들 사람이 없으니까 어렵다라고 생각하는 것 그 자체가 부정적인 우리가 지금까지 공부한 것이기 때문에 그러면 어려운 것을 어렵지 않게 하기 위해서는 뭐 어떻게 해야 될 것인가를 또 8개를 생각해 보는 거죠. 혼자가 아니고 한두 명 있으면 그 사람들끼리라도 한번 생각해 보는 거죠.
So even just to think of, oh, it's difficult, it's impossible, kind of way of thinking is already negative thoughts. So instead you can think, what can I do to create a team, even with 1 or 2 people, and make 8 pillars centering on that.
그래서 기본적으로 리더들은 이 8가지 기둥만 만드는 것을 공유할 수만 있어도 대단한 결과를 만들어낼 수가 있다. 여러분 그것을 아셔야 됩니다.
I really would like you to know, as leaders, just basically, if you can share these 8 pillars of life will, sharing with the people, it just itself can bring a better result and greater result.
그 말레이시아에 팩모이 나와 있는데 열심히 지금 활동을 하는 것 같은데 팩모이 생활할 때 이 그 밸런스 코칭이 어떻게 느껴지고 본인이 어떻게 적응할 수 있겠습니까?
Okay, I have a question to Malaysia. Pak Moy, you're really working hard in your activities. As you learn this balance coaching, can you please share your reflection and also what can you do in your activities or in your...
Good evening, Professor Gill. So actually for our awakening team, Trinity, that we used to always tell members about our spiritual balancing. We always say we need to have a balance in our life. If not, then we cannot move forward. So activity will be the same too. We need to have a balance. Today, I have a meeting with UPF leader, presidents, and also the Women Federation leader. And we talk about balancing in our home group. So my home group, we go to the community to do a lot of activity with the community. So, and we do to the grasswork where we give educations to make a new member become members who really, we do the grass work from Trinity, three important, our Trinities are very strong. So from this Trinity, as what Professor Gill was saying, that group is actually very important. If you're doing alone, sometimes your idea is limited. When 3 persons come together, I always feel my Trinity, suddenly they give idea. I get so shocked. This is like from heavenly parents. So if you could have a strong Trinity, I feel that Chongsong is important, but if Trinity can do Chongsong together, then it will become much more easier. The idea will just come in. Because of Zoom, I feel so grateful. Trinity can meet up. My Trinity, after 5 years of together, we meet up every morning. Every morning we read the Huntoke together and we give idea how to do it. And I think the more context as is in these 8 pillars, we have many contexts, but how are we going to bring this contact through Chongsong? Through Chongsong, if we give, sometimes we say we have no time, but we need to see, even with the limited time, if you have Chongsong enough, you don't need many times to convert a person to become a member. So we need really more this balancing. So I do my own balancing also, and I come to understand what is lacking in my part. Then I need to get more and more successful sharing case. And this week I have so many good testimony I want to share to you all. 3 years ago when we start the Happy Day, we witnessed to one old lady. So sometimes we feel maybe it's too old to witness. But this old lady start from Women Federation's activities. She joined, we invite her for the Women Federations, and we build relationship with her, and we bring her for our Divine Principle, a simple Happy Day lessons. And she complete the whole lesson. We thought that she cannot understand. But 3 days ago, her daughter called us up. Auntie Yokling, can you tell me, is there any prayer that I can do for my mother, because my mother in the hospital? Every day he was calling Heavenly Parents. So who is your Heavenly Parents? He asked me, who is your Heavenly Parents? And I really, do you have any So I go to hospital and see her before she passed away yesterday. But before she passed away, I went to hospital, and when I give I said, do you have two parents picture, your mother, that we give to her? She said yes. Then when I bring the two parents picture and put on her chest, then she started to be very peacefully, like no pain, something like that. So it's the like living testimony to the two daughters who never gone through our educations. So Spirit World is working very hard. So sometimes we say, we witness to old people, it's not enough, but the two daughters that after the mother, I think she's doing a great job before she died. She died yesterday morning, but she witnessed to her daughter by just saying Heavenly Parents. So I think after that, we will follow up her daughter so that to give her Divine Principle education and tell her who is Heavenly Parents and who is true parents. Thank you.
참 감동적입니다. 너무 감동적이에요.
It's so wonderful. It's very emotional. It makes me emotional.
이렇게 참 우리가 생각할 때는 나이 들었다고 생각들지만은 또 섭리는 그렇지 않을 수가 있다는 것이 나타나잖아요.
Of course, you can think of her as, she was an old lady, but in the providence of God, right? You can see the difference, how it works out.
예. 제가 이렇게 그 CLS를 강의할 때 물론 듣는 사람이 한정적이지만은 이렇게 자꾸 듣다 보면은 여러분들은 놀라운 발전을 하게 될 겁니다.
Of course, we have limited participants in the CLS class, but when you keep listening, you will see the development in you and in your area.
정말 말레이시아의 팀은 기대가 잘 돼 있기 때문에 빠르진 않더라도 이 스타일대로 계속 하다 보면 시간이 흘러갈수록 Natural Church Growth, 자연적 교회 성장이 될 것이 분명합니다.
In Malaysia, they have a really great team foundation. Even if it's not too fast in growth and development, as time goes by, I'm very certain the natural church growth will happen eventually.
예, 혹시 여기 아프리카 분 혹시 제인 어거스틴이 혹시 아프리카 쪽이십니까? 아프리카 영어권입니까?
Are you from Africa?
오케이. 좀 피드백 주시죠. 예, 제인 어거스틴. 오케이.
Can you please give a feedback? What's your reflection? What did you feel about the session?
Yeah, I'm still meditating about this balanced coaching. I'm trying to really reflect how to be able to implement that in my relationships. Yeah. It's I think we need to really to digest this and really learn how to put it to practice in our everyday life.
Thank you.
I'm grateful. Thank you, Professor Kim, for this. It's very important to strengthen even our life of faith itself individually. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jen Augustine. Okay, next, Andre Pauti Capita. Andre, please come. Okay.
Good afternoon to Heavenly Parents. Good afternoon to all brothers and sisters, my elders. Yes, in fact, attending this training is quite very inspiring. Well, we've really been in the ground, reaching out, but with the training we've been receiving, we right now, even today, this morning, we seated and we strategizing. Of course, our country has gone through difficulties with regard, because it had been sort of the background had been communist, and through father had not very good picture in the country, and this really had somehow impact into the movement of the works of our movement as unificationists. Even the legalization until now, in fact, we have a province where basically I come from, much members are who joined from the Republic of Congo, not much in Angola. But the work for in the ground inside Angola had been very tough, not very allowed, actually, not allowed at all. So churches had not been given much permission to work, and our family federation also is working, but not with much permission as would be in others. So in fact, we give great to Heavenly Parent. Our national leader joined because the government, that's what he did. The country created platforms whereby about 3,000 and much members, religious organizations formed the platform, and ours also got in, and this had got now out, and we are sort of, somehow we would say, we are getting like an independence where we can be able now to begin to work based on this certification that the movement has gotten under this platform. And it is in this base that even today we were sitting here and trying to see what we are going to do as, a group of, basically we are looking at being possibly not just 3, maybe 4 or 5, that brothers and sisters, that we intend to coming together and see what we can do from this perspective. And our goal is really, we tend to at least get at least 12 tribal messiahs and add at least maybe 3 or 4 chonbos before basically 2027 for the chonbos, but for the tribal messiah, we are looking, really our hope is before even the end of this year. This is what we sort of were dealing about this morning. Of course, challenges are there, and mainly, of course, come the income as well, meaning finance. But we will see what we can do based on what we can afford. So thank you so much for your experiences, because it really gives us more strength, and we feel that though the challenges are there, but we feel we can also do. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. 고맙습니다. 그러면은 그 중동에 안젤루치아 목사님이 들어와 계시는 것 같은데, 중동에서 얘기를 좀 해주셨으면.
Can Andalusia, Reverend?
예.
안녕하세요, 회장님.
예.
오래간만입니다.
네, 반갑습니다. 한국말 잘하시는 이제는.
아닙니다. 조금만. 아직도 배워야 돼요.
예.
Today, can I just make a short comment? It's okay.
Yes.
I think your lecture was excellent. I think we need to work on that balanced, approach because, yeah, most of us have, including myself, we have certain talents and characteristics. But if we look the way that true parents are teaching us, we need to really make our character round. So it's good to to target these points directly to us. And I appreciate the way that you also talk to Alfred and to our brothers to help us to understand. Is it okay? Do you need to translate or?
It's okay. I'm doing it simultaneously.
Okay.
Already. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you. So I do believe that, as working in the field, I believe that this kind of training should be really somebody in the field also that can help, actually the national leaders to go through such a course, because, I mean, it's not that people don't want to do this to be balanced, but the problem is that many times they are multitasked and we focus only on the main urgent issues. So I think this type of lectures are very, especially this one to, it's so important actually. Just one point I want to mention about the Chongsong. As you know, recently I was in Korea spending 21 days to do Chongsong, but I feel also this point should be developed. What is the Chongsong that we need to do? Because according to True Mother, we need to do Chongsong to break through. So in order to break through, what we need, so it need to be specific. Chongsong is not, I just pray, and then God will take care of everything. But again, as you mentioned, this Chongsong, I think should be revised. And I was very grateful to attend recently, the vigil prayer connected to, to the guidance that True Mother is giving, because that Chongsong is targeted. So we need to break through a 43. So what we need to break through in the 43, or we need to break through in the UPF. Now we have the True Father's Holy Ascension Summit. So we need to bring VIP. So what is the Chongsong for that? So it need to be specific. And so these things should be targeted, as you mentioned, all these, these 8, as you call the 8 different areas, should be balanced. And anyway, but we need time. Actually, we need time in the field to go through, because there's so much help needed. And so thank you for bringing up, at least you helping us to reflect. And but again, really we need people in the field to help our leaders to to perform better. And I believe that's so then we can really speed up the providence and quantum speed, we call, right? Quantum, not just slow. So thank you again. 감사합니다.
네, 고맙습니다.
예.
아주 깊고 배려 깊은 그런 피드백을 해주셨어요.
Thank you so much for your deep and thoughtful feedback.
게다가 또 좋은 단어, 퀀텀이란 말까지 해주셨는데.
Yeah, very good word you mentioned about quantum.
여러분 아시는지 모르겠지만 중국에는 대나무, 중국 대나무 얘기입니다. 들어보셨는지 모르겠어요.
I don't know if you've heard about this story from China. It's about
대나무를 심으면은 계속 싹이 트질 않는 거예요. 자라질 않는 겁니다.
When you plant this, it's a plant. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. When you plant,
다른 것들은 막 자라는데 그거는 자라질 않는 거예요.
okay, this is a bamboo tree that when you plant, they don't grow immediately.
그런데 이게 3년 지나고 4년 차 됐을 때 그때부터 자라기 시작하는데
And after 3 or 4 years, it starts to grow.
그거 이제 퀀텀 범블 갑자기 자라버리는 거예요. 몇 미터씩.
And it's called quantum bamboo. And it grows like up to several meters in height very suddenly.
그냥 퀀텀이 생기는 것이 아니고 그 퀀텀 밤부가 될 때까지 뿌리를 갖다가 몇 년 동안 바닥에다 내리기 때문에 수없이 자라나고 높이 자라난다는 거죠.
So it takes for several years for this bamboo to root out, but because it roots out so heavily and very deeply, it can grow very high in several meters of height.
그래서 우리가 아무리 바쁜 일이 있다 하더라도 열심히 해도 잘 안 되는 것은 분명히 거기에 밸런스가 깨졌다는 것을 알고 심각하게 생각하면서 밸런스를 만들어내서 그걸 이뤄나간다 하는 것이 오늘 메인 포인트였습니다.
So today's the main point is, even though everyone is so busy and when your balance isn't there, right? You really need to think deeply how to make a balance in your life and in your activities so that you can have a better development. 원장님.
하늘 부모님의 힘이 95%가 된다 하더라도 5%인 우리들이 책임 못하면은 95%는 아무런 의미가 없는 거죠.
So even if heavenly parent does his 95% responsibility, if we don't fulfill 5%, the remainder, then it's not going to work, right?
그래서 오늘 얘기는 우리가 현장에서 5%를 갖다가 하기 위한 그 목적 달성에 대한 밸런스가 있다 하는 것을 여러분들이 이해를 하시고 지금부터라도 그 작업을 하면 참 좋겠다는 생각이 듭니다.
So today what I've shared is in your field, in each person's field, 5% of your responsibility. To fulfill that, you need to make a goal, and to achieve your goal, you need to understand this balanced will, right? And work accordingly is what I wanted to share today.
오케이, 그러면 마지막으로 유럽의 우리 그 김수연님 오늘 들으면서 어떻게 이거를 생각하고 어떻게 앞으로 하실 생각이 있는지 한번 얘기해 주시겠습니까? 체코의 김수연님.
Czech Republic, Miss Kim Seon, would you please share your thoughts and reflections on today's lecture and what you can do for your development?
Yeah, good afternoon. 안녕하세요. Yeah, today through this balance coaching content, 영어로 이야기하나요?
영어로 하세요.
네. So I felt that it's very, very important. Actually, it's very true that even we try our best for some goal or for some purpose. It's many times it's very difficult to have some result and a lot of difficulty and so on. So I think it's very much key point I think to make balance, for example, something is very high, then it's better to invest to another point so that these things make balance so that it can work. Then we can be happy. And also in this point, we can develop to another step and so on. So I think it's very, very important, some principle, I guess. Yes, so I'm very grateful. And just how to apply to all level in our some family life or individual or all kind of some point to develop to apply. I think it is it needs more time to think about, and also maybe if we can receive some reflection or some successful some cases, then it can really help us and inspire us very much. Yeah. So thank you for this very important information principle. Thank you very much, Professor Gill.
예, 고맙습니다. 예, 이렇게 해서 벌써 2시간이 벌써 지났네요.
Already 2 hours have passed.
예, 오늘 수고 많이 하셨습니다. 감사합니다. 사랑합니다. 예, 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다. 그러면
네.
정리하고 마치도록 하겠습니다.
수고하셨습니다, 회장님.
예.
So do a bow before closing our session today.
네, 하늘 부모님과 전진 장로님께 네, 바로 네 이상으로 마치겠습니다. 정말 수고 많으셨습니다.
예, 감사합니다. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye.